They're finished. Cocina y tequila. Food and booze. It appears they're done. I have to check them out online. It is absolutely nice today. It's a lot cooler. It is significantly cooler, but you're fine still in shorts. Very short sleeves for both you men and women, and the kids. Yeah, well, kids can be in like shorts and no shirt and stuff, or they don't even pay attention to anything. But no, it's perfect right now. A bit of a slight breeze, but other than that, it is nice. Oh, the music boxes. Up at Universal, up on the coming around as we're coming in through the right, just next to where Voodoo Donuts is, used to be a little shop kind of like that, but they didn't sell the little boxes. They simply sold the guts, just the brass and the little steel pieces or whatever, just the little mechanics in baskets throughout the whole store. I think they were like $5 or $6 a piece back then, something like that, which is still considerably a lot of money. Now I'm talking about 25 years ago. It was one of the very, very cool shops up there at City Walk. And as you're coming around to the right side, and you're gonna hit the other places like margaritas and stuff, and toward the end, the name of the shop was called Wound and Wound, because you would wind up the little cylinder and everything and hit the little brass keys or whatever they were, and it would create it. And it would come with 4 little screws, so you can mount. And honestly, you can mount it on anything. You could even. These are so cool because you don't even have to screw it in, as long as the surface is solid enough. It'll conduct the sound throughout, and you could put it on this table and just crank it, and it would make this. It would vibrate. This whole thing would be a speaker. I hope you folks realize there is an actual eatery in here. There's a full restaurant towards the back. Just the shop in the front, that's about it. It's pretty cool. It's all the way in the back.
As $5. Hoodies and sweatshirts are
$5 a shot?
$10 here
That's
at
not
the
bad.
gift shops. Pick from all sorts of colors and designs for only $9.99. Magnets only 4 per tag.
It is quite busy here. Most people don't realize on either side you'll see little brass coverings on this side and on this side. They're very reminiscent of the hole coverings where the parade route lies on Colorado. But those are the actual, what's left over of the old posts for the old red canopy. The old canopy. I think the first canopy was green, and then they turned it into a red canopy. It had more of an oriental feel to it. But that's what they are. And then they took the canopy away. Honestly, it's just as good because in today's world, a beautiful canopy like that would have been totally vandalized. I mean, instantly. Look what they did to that beautiful mural back over there. So sad. All gone.
Hi guys, anybody too, guys?
So excited to find out that in October 31st, Robert Englund is going to be receiving his star. It's long overdue for him. He's done so much. I mean, he just like set the horror industry again on fire for that time. I mean, that first one is just like fantastic. But he is going to get it. It's going to be on a Friday, so I don't know. I have been working on Friday, but I'll go in the afternoon, and this event will be at 11:30 in the morning. Oh, it feels so different. It's like walking into a completely lit room, equally divided by a half dark room, and then just, I'll tell you what though, it will make a lot of chalk artwork pop, because the bases that they use is usually a black background or a white one, depending on whatever it is that they're going to create. But for the most part, this is nice. Coming into from a dark world, and then it's light. It's like that, almost like that famous ocean where the two waters don't mix. Just got my membership back. And the hot dog combo for $1.50. This town center has seen its days. You know, I don't even remember exactly what that was before. I don't think that was the Best Buy all the time. I honestly don't remember. That over there definitely was a Toys R Us. In the past seasons, it has been a Spirit Halloween occasionally. And there is a name over there. There is going to be a Halloween store, but it's not going to be Spirit. It's something else. And then Costco, of course, over there. Dude, I've been wanting my Costco back for the longest, but you know, especially living over at the other house, it just didn't behoove me. And granted, I don't have a lot and I don't purchase a lot. Probably just paper products, beef jerky, and coffee. That's about it. And the occasional snacks and whatever kind of cool toy and stuff they seem to have. They got some Legos and stuff, and the Legos are priced pretty well and stuff like that. But I only got my coffee and my beef jerky and the ever-loving hot dog $1.50. Honestly, I had thought about getting it when I was homeless, just to have the capability of buying a cheap meal, you know, whenever I wanted, because that would have $65 for a year of Costco and buying affordable, good food. If you're homeless, that's worth an investment, but I never thought about that. The newest addition to this area. We used to have a soup plantation, but like a lot of you folks know, soup plantation, they shut down. I think finally during the lockdown and everything. Soup plantation out here is soup plantation. In other parts of the country, it is, what is it, tomatoes? I think it's tomatoes. It is tomatoes. So, but yeah. So, it's been fantastic. I know. A lot of you folks are still saying, Charlie, get a job. Well, see, I got cellular service turned on today, and I got my home Wi-Fi internet. Yeah, Charlie, get a job. Wow, a lot of school buses. I think they're filming because I see one of the banners. Had to come over and drop off some paperwork. This is South Los Robles. The ever very few traveled. I've been down, I've walked down here a couple of times when I was at Regal. Just wrapped up some really important business, and life is great. Life is great. I got internet, I got my cellular, I got little by little, life's going good. I don't know if it's being assembled or being disassembled. Rupert and Holmes. It's at the theater, at the Chinese theater. And there's plenty of room for the next several years to come in Hollywood. 2050, 2057, 2059. 2070, look at that. I think 2071 is the last one. And as you look at the last one, Hokey Pokey LA? What the hell? Hokey Pokey Cafe. Oh, it's a cafe and ice cream and treat bar. Cafe. Whatever. wonder what's on the other side. And they got that barricaded off.
And sweatshirts are less than $10 here at the gift shops. Pick from all sorts of colors and
Demon
designs
Slayer,
for
dude.
$9.99 cents.
Dude, no way, that's great. Wait, am I working that thing? Very, very cool. 4:40 and 8:10 are the show times for Friday. I'll have to think about that. It's Wednesday the 10th. 2025. It's like 11 o'clock, I think. Go in today, tomorrow to close. And then off for, what, a couple of days, I think. Then Saturday and Sunday. So, if you haven't by now seen or heard of that poor young lady that got publicly executed. That's basically what it was. That was an execution, a public execution. One of the second, honestly, like the second most horrific thing that I have ever seen. Several years ago, there was, this is back in like 2000, there was a downed Air Force pilot. Anyway, I believe he was captured and everything by the Taliban and stuff. And they were threatening that they were gonna do something to this man. And they proceeded, one man draped in garb and whatever, and the Air Force soldier on his knees with his hands tied behind the back. And this guy is just going off in whatever language. And then he just pulls out a big knife and proceeds to cut his, yeah. And it was, this was on the internet long time before it became a hot thing to post a lot of stuff. And it was, at that time, the most horrific thing that I have ever seen in my life. You just hear him pleading and stuff like that, because he's also being instructed to tell America whatever, blah blah, the truth or whatever, and he's just basically reciting what appeared maybe like a cue card in front of him. But as soon as he's talking, the other guy's speaking also, and this is what happens to Americans and blah blah. Yeah, he did it, and you just hear the guy struggling and just choking, and just he completely removed, and he's holding it and he throws it on the ground. I saw the censored video with the two clip where like he's getting up and then it shuts off, and then it starts back up with him walking around, passing the people, dripping blood and everything. That was almost 2 weeks ago, about a week and a half ago. And I was just like, at first I was like, I didn't understand. Because Because they didn't even show the other video where she's just like sitting there, obviously in shock, and then just slumps over. Oh man. I got 2 young daughters. And yeah, I know. And then this morning I saw that Black Lives Matter was, I don't know, it seemed like maybe they were siding with it, or saying that this white people only know violence and understand violence. So it's like this is really gonna explode into a really bad shit show for everybody. And it's going to be turned around and blown out of the water, and then they're going to be... One cuckoo lady was already saying, see, this is what happens when you parade Sydney Sweeney, or whatever that girl's name is. You know, you parade her around basically all white chick in everyone's face, and this is what you get. That's fucked up. They brick it. Wow. Dankeschön, baby. They're testing them. They got new toys and they're testing it out. Yes, those are new. I like those. Back to normal. The movie theater you can eat and drink at. I was at Chick-fil-A getting something to eat before work, and the first thing on YouTube was Glenn Beck, and he's welling up and he's tearing and crying. And he's just like, pray for my friend Charlie. And I'm like, there's a couple of people on the internet that I follow with that same first name. And then I went, he was like really upset. So I ran over to X. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk has been shot. The other video that I saw, it was a zoomed up video of him being struck. It looked fatal. It looked like it entered the left side of the neck, and all you saw was a fountain of blood just coming right out. So now they definitely... they're after white women, they're after Republicans, or anybody that doesn't follow their ideology. Well, I guess there's a reason why I was armed now today. Look at this.
Charlie said, when people stop talking, that's when you get violence. He said the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Welcome without judgment, love without condition, forgive without limit. He said, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. A few months ago, I referenced this last night, Charlie posted to social media, when things are moving very fast and people are losing their minds, it's important to stay grounded. Turn off your phone, read scripture, spend time with friends, and remember, internet fury is not real life. It's going to be okay. He again said, when you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to commit violence. He said, what we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have a reasonable agreement, where violence is not an option. Now, again, to my young friends out there, you are inheriting a country where politics feels like rage. It feels like rage is the only option. But through those words, we have a reminder that we can choose a different path. Your generation has an opportunity to build a culture that is very different than what we are suffering through right now. Not by pretending differences don't matter, but by embracing our differences and having those hard conversations. I think we need more moral clarity right now. I hear all the time that words are violence. Words are not violence. Violence is violence. And there is one person responsible for what happened here. And that person is now in custody and will be charged soon and will be held accountable. And yet, all of us have an opportunity right now to do something different. I want to thank my fellow Utahns. This bad stuff happens, and for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us, that somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I had hoped for, just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place. We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year. But it did happen here.